Nandri, Vanakkam.
Suresh Prabhu ji, only for 3 minutes.
Yes, sir. Sir, since there is a disaster situation, time management, I will not make a speech, I will make points. Sir, firstly, government should prepare a complete atlas, a mapping of disaster-prone areas. And once you prepare that map using GIS and other technologies, you must compulsorily insist on insurance cover for all those who live in a high-risk disaster-prone areas. Because it is not possible for any government to provide funds indefinitely and infinitely for a disaster management operation. Secondly, sir, we must involve more and more voluntary organizations into disaster management area. I am happy that yesterday only the Home Minister had convened a meeting of Home Guards. I think we really need to create more such cadres from schools, from colleges, in factories, who can respond to disaster in very short time, because it is not possible that government can create a standing team of disaster management. So thirdly, we really need to find out how the compulsory insurance will be introduced in a high-risk disaster management area. So that will prevent people from settling in that area. Like when there was a tsunami came, in fact, there was a clear violation of CRZ. In fact, if people had not settled down there, probably many lives could have been saved. So CRZ, the coastal regulation zone, should also be implemented in a very strict manner, and that also should be done. Sir, another thing I want to say is that we should prepare every district. There is a team, but it needs a serious revamp. Because I remember when I used to go to school, those days every day at 9 o'clock in the morning the siren used to go, just to test whether the siren is working or not. I think these disaster teams in the district level, there should be a regular drill that should be conducted so that they don't wake up at the time when the disaster comes, but they should do it on an ongoing basis. Sir, another thing is we should introduce a new building code, because most of the people who die is because they die because the building collapses and on the debris they die. If we have a building like in Japan, all the time it's a very earthquake-prone area. So, but every time the earthquake takes place, not many people die, not even property losses are more. So we really need to change our building code in a big way. So second is our rapid response mechanism should be now introduced. So we need some core team all over the country who can really respond rapidly to supplement this informal structure that should be created, and that should take into consideration. Sir, while we talk about natural calamities, there are certain man-made calamities that we are encountering now. Particularly, like we are seeing that a cyclical and regularity, the floods come, the drought come. I think we really need an action plan, which the Home Minister had mentioned while he was intervening in the debate last time, that we really need a drought proofing of this area, and that we can do it. And sir, other one is that all this will not fall in place unless we really go to the root cause, that population is rising. That's why density of population in a square kilometer area is so high. That's why incidence of death is also very high. We really need a massive population control measures. I think that is something which is really lacking now. And sir, last point, sir. The climate change is an external factor which is influencing our entire climate pattern of the country, not just country, of the world. And therefore, natural disasters unknown to us so far will happen in the next few years. Like we are seeing now that it is raining at an area where it never rained. It snowed in UAE. So therefore, this climate change is a component which also should be taken into consideration while dealing with natural calamities. Thank you, sir.